guys, let's talk about delivering your dorsal appliance. This is your mandibular advancement device, your snore appliance, or your appliance that's going to treat your obstructive sleep apnea. So the dorsal appliance gets its name because of the wings on the lower piece. We're gonna look inside your package today and kind of see what comes with it, or at least what comes with it in our office. You're gonna get the appliance itself. You're gonna get its carrying case. You're gonna get a bag of elastic orthodontic bands. We'll talk about that more in a minute. You're gonna receive your AM aligner or your morning aligner. This should be custom fit to you. This one in particular is not, and there's an instruction video on how to do that. You're also going to receive your blue bite tab, and then again, that's in an instruction video later. You're going to receive a metal key or a silver key, as you can see. This is what actually turns the screw in the upper piece to make adjustments to your appliance. You may not do this yourself very often, but hang on to the key, and then we have plenty more in our office. This isn't a very fancy bag, but you will get in a box or a bag of some sort. You're gonna get your impressions, molds, model, and bite that we took to make your appliance. It's very important you keep this and store this in a safe place. Maybe mark it, do not throw away, and put it on a top shelf in a closet. If your appliance was ever to break or need to be repaired or sent back to the lab, maybe the screws broke or something like that, you would definitely have to have this bag of models and bite and impressions to send with it. Another great use is if you have dental work. Your dental work, you can take your mold or your model to your dentist and make sure that they fit the new dental treatment that you're having done perfectly so that it'll go inside your appliance and you won't have to have them work on your appliance. We do recommend that we always adjust your appliance, not your regular dentist. We're specifically a sleep dentist in our office, and we always recommend that if you're making adjustments on your own to your appliance, that you do that under the supervision of the dentist and instruction of the dentist, or sleep dentist, that is. So now let's talk about the appliance itself. There's two pieces here. They're not connected together. They do connect by this wings right here. The screw set moves this little plastic piece, if you can see, forward, which eventually moves the wing forward, which moves your lower jaw forward. So that protrusion and that increase in distance right there in your lower jaw is what actually treats your sleep apnea by opening your airway. The upper piece is the part with the screw set on it, as you can see. You'll also notice the little metal prongs inside. These clasps and prongs are what tightens and loosens the appliance. That's what gives you retention. You'll notice metal prongs on the very front as well. Those are both on the upper and lower, and those are for your elastic bands, which we'll talk more about here in just a second. And then the bottom piece is always going to have the wing here on the side. So if you're putting this in separately, you're going to put in the top piece first and then the bottom piece because the wing fits right up against it. If you're putting them in together, you're going to have the rubber bands probably on them. It's much easier if the bands are on to put them in together. You just take your elastic band, hook it over that top hook, and then drop it onto the bottom. Same thing for the top piece here. Hook it over there. And basically what these elastic bands or rubber bands do is holds the pieces together, holds the appliance together so that your lower jaw doesn't drop open in the middle of the night. Maybe you don't wake up with drool on your pillow. A lot of patients will notice that the snoring itself is a little bit more muffled. Usually if these bands have too much tension or too tight, they might pull the appliance off of your teeth. So in that case, let us know and we'll help you adjust and tighten the inside of the appliance so it stays put. You also can buy replacement bands online, usually on Amazon, and they have different sizes and strengths. So you might go with a little lesser strength the next time you replace them. And then that's pretty much it with your appliance. So make sure that when you put it in and out of your mouth, you always do it as one piece or do it evenly. You never want to torque it to one side or another. It could snap against one another, or it could snap against a tooth and break a tooth. So in our office, we're going to help you fit this and seat this and make sure you're putting it in properly and it fits properly. But that's pretty much your dorsal appliance. You always want to make adjustments under the guidance of your sleep dentist again. You'll notice little arrows there, and those mean something. We do have another video that talks about that, but make sure that your sleep dentist is helping you with those adjustments. When you store your appliance, make sure you always store it nice and dry and in its case. You never want the dog to get a hold of it or chew it. They sure do love these. As you notice, they're very strong, but they do rattle a little bit. They are breakable, so be careful in handling them. If you travel, maybe wrap them in a paper towel. That's pretty much it, guys. That's your appliance. When you come in for adjustments in our office, we really don't need the bags of models and impressions unless we ask for it. We just ask that you bring your appliance, maybe a few extra rubber bands, and drop them inside. Most people keep their aligner and their bite tab and their key and their appliance all together. That's really all you need to bring. Thanks, guys. We hope you enjoyed this, and if you have any more questions, please let us know.